Hello there, YouTubers. This is Pyraxis Elutarian here, and well, gosh, I guess I've picked the wrong time. I'm sitting here on Mountain Road, which is also known as Fairchance Hopwood Road, or when you get into Fairchance, it's also known as Main Street. And I thought I'd show you a little-known trailhead here that isn't advertised at all. It goes to the old Rand powder mill ruins and also to the White Rocks itself. And you can see down the road from me here, I think, let's see, that's the little White Rocks church right there. And the entrance to this trail, oops, a little clumsy of me, entrance to the trail doesn't look like much. It looks like just someone's driveway. So you can see behind me there. It doesn't have any signage or anything, but that way, that's to Hopwood, and this way down here to the church, that's to Fairchance. So if you're, you know, you'd have trouble finding it if you didn't know it was here. But you can see that that's the driveway to people's houses, and then that is the parking lot. You can see my Jeep back there. All right. So that's my Jeep there. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna head up on the trail, and I'm gonna just shut the camera down now because there's really not too much to see until you get up there to the ruins. But the Rand powder mill ruins, it was an old gunpowder factory that exploded. I can't remember the date. It was either right around the turn of the century of the 1800s or I think it was the 1800s. It could be the 1900s. I don't remember, but you can see there, that's the trail right there. And maybe we'll go to White Rocks too today. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out, but we'll do that later. Okay, you can see past the point where the people's houses are, where that driveway went. And it's all woods all behind me here, so you can see the trail goes on for a good distance behind me. It actually goes, I believe, all the way up to the top of the mountain and hooks up with the Whitetail Trail. And that you can either take to Pine Knob over at Lick Run Park, or you can take it to Quebec Run Park, wild area. That's another place I need to explore a lot, and I think it's like a 9-mile trail from the Lick Run to Quebec Run. But just wanted to show you so that you can have a reference, so that you would know if you decide to take this trail and look at, you know, and see the things here, then you'll get an idea of what you're, you know, looking for. You want to make sure you're on the right track, because as I said, this is not a very well-known trail. I do know that the powder mill explosion was around the same time as Polly Williams and White Rocks, that whole legend thing. If you don't know about that, you can look it up online, where Polly Williams was said to have either jumped off of or been thrown off of White Rocks by her lover, or out of despair because he rejected her. There's several places online where you can actually look this interesting story up. But it happened around the same time, and in that same time frame, at least I think it happened in the same time, I can't remember. But also there was a witch in the area, a well-known witch, Molly Derry, and she actually supposedly warned Polly about the whole situation, but it still happened anyways, of course. I mean, a lot of history, like I said. I really do enjoy history, but I did some research into the area and everything, so all right, I'm gonna head up on the trail. When we get to the ruins, I'll go ahead and I will tape some more. Okay, came to the first branch in the trail here. As you can see, it goes two different ways. Now, I'm pretty sure they both end up at the start of the ruins, but I always take this trail here on this side to the left. I always go on the left. And that goes to the upper part. That's where the main old concrete, one of the concrete buildings is, which I think might have been some kind of workshop or something, or a furnace. There's also a pond up there. There's a campsite, you know, that the Forbes State Forest manages. And the trail is actually fairly even. It's only slightly up and down all through here. It doesn't start going steep until after the ruins. So you know, I don't know if I'd say, I guess you could take like a stroller or something for the kids if you have little ones, but it would be bumpy in places. I mean, it's definitely not steep or anything. Like, it'll still wind you a little bit on what little rises there are, but, well, if you're like me and at my age. But a lot of May-apples here out right now, a lot of wildflowers. Everything's just coming to life. There's leaves starting on the trees, so it's going to make it a little harder to see some of this stuff. But like I said, take this left branch the first time. Oh, and I did scare up a wild turkey up here. He was already gone before I could get the camera rolling, though. So, but it's the second wild turkey I've seen today, actually, in 2 different spots. So I'm going to continue on, head back up the trail more. Okay, well, up the trail a little past that fork, you can see there's the foundation here of one of the buildings. This is one of the first ones you come across, but to be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever seen it. The only reason I even noticed it is because there's a pawpaw patch between me and the trail, right down there, on the other side of that little gully and creek down there on the upper rise. That's where the trail is, and I just walked on the other side of the creek and through the pawpaw patch and up the trail because I noticed this behind me. And I don't know what any of these buildings were, and I don't really know all the details, but the Uniontown Public Library does have a let's see, I see a big building up there. Wow, I'm gonna have to go check that out. There's not enough leaves on the tree to obscure it, but that thing's intact, so you can't see it really through the trees, but it's up there. I'm gonna walk up there and we'll see what's going on up there. There's a lot of, I knew there were more buildings than what I was aware of, than what I'd noticed before, but I haven't had a real chance to explore the area too fully. I've only been up here two or three times before. So as you can see, it's pretty dilapidated, and it's oh my, what are these pretty plants? I don't know what these are. I have to look those up. Huh. I don't know how this is going to all show up on the camera because I'm still getting used to this thing, but I've learned a lot about it. I'm learning how to edit all the stuff I have. Yeah, there's 2 buildings up here, and they're brick. I gotta watch for these wild roses and greenbriers. There's a lot of crap up here, these briar plants here. And I've already cut my legs up from the last hike I took. So I gotta watch for ticks. Ticks are always a concern. Yeah, but obviously this used to be a road that I'm on now, but as you can see, it's not maintained. So now, funny little piece of information that you might not know is that these briars, they're actually edible. Even the thorns and everything, before they get hard, they're very soft and tender, and they're chock full of nutrients and stuff. So it's a nice little trail snack. Just snip off those soft, and they kind of taste like asparagus. So, okay, I guess that's just a single building. Just the roof in the center is all demolished. But yeah, see, that was definitely some kind of building and some kind of storehouse or something. But as I said, there's a lot to explore up here, and most people don't even know it's up here. But yeah, you can see that. Oh my, it's all overgrown. Gonna have to see there. Yeah, like I said, I didn't even know this building was here. And this and fall are probably the best times to actually explore the area, because once the leaves of these lower shrubs and everything get on the trees, it's hard to see very far. And I'm sure that there's even more buildings that I'm not aware of, because the satellite maps on Google don't really show the buildings because of the tree cover. But whew, like I said, even that little rise kind of winds you a little bit. But looks like we got a little, yeah, it looks like some kind, I'm not familiar with this tree, but pretty little thing. Okay, I'm gonna shut her off, go back down on the main trail, and I'll show you the smokestack when we get down there. That's probably the most interesting feature of all. Whew, well, got to that little rise, and it's once you start going to where there's a noticeable incline, you're going to start going up a hill, and you'll see to your right over here, which is now to my left, you'll see that there's a gully on that side. There's actually a gully on the other side too, so it's kind of a little light ridge. I've already passed a lot of foundation blocks and such like that. There's a lot of other different little remnants here. You have to have sharp eyes because you could walk right by them and not even notice. I'm standing here looking down into this gully here, and there's actually a little brick building down there. There's at least 4 or 5 different foundations. There's an old coke oven up here somewhere. I think I saw one time. I can't remember exactly where it's at, but like I said, you have to have sharp eyes, and you have to really explore the place, because there's all kinds of stuff just hidden in all these little dips and valleys and everything like that. There's some old wooden, not wooden, there's some old what is that, corrugated iron shanties down here that are still standing. There's couple of buildings that have collapsed. Like I said, the smokestack, I thought I would get to it sooner, but I think if I would have taken that lower trail, that first fork, I think that would have kept me on a more level ground. As like I said, now I'm starting to head up a hill, so I'm going to go up the hill a little bit farther, because I think that's where the old foundry, at least I think it was a foundry, is. So like I said, little nips and pieces here. So okay, up the trail a little further, and out of breath even more. Got to get rid of this winter bulge that I packed on. You see another fork here, and right behind me there's through those trees there's another concrete building remnant. But what's really nice is over there in that little flat area, there's actually a building over there. We're gonna go check that out, because I've never seen this one before either. This is the farthest I've gone up this particular trail, but that's like a 2-story building, and I don't know what's actually in there or what it was, but like I said, I haven't really explored these areas extensively. It's just that there's so much different stuff here, and it's like, oh my gosh, all these briars and stuff. Oh yeah, I think this is another foundry or something to melt, because that down there looks like the other building. I think this is where some kind of iron was or something. And the other one has a little side building like this as well, which I think was a workshop. Gotta get down these steep slopes. Yeah, when I think about it, it's probably not a very good idea to bring strollers and stuff up here. A lot of deer must have been in here. Pretty good shape still, though, considering how old these are. And there's some stairs there. Yeah, but I'm thinking that this might have been some sort of, I don't know, some sort of furnace or something that opened up into that workshop room over there, and I don't know what it was. I have to do more research, because there's a hole here too that goes up to another storage area. And this building is almost identical to the other one that I already knew about. I didn't realize this one was here. It's definitely not the same one, because I know the other one rather well. But yeah, if you don't mind all the wild terrain, then it's a really interesting place to explore. See, like I said, here's that. that little up storage. Probably it was a storage facility, and there's that hole that we were just at from the bottom. So you definitely have to be careful. Don't want to break an ankle or anything like that. This is not for inexperienced people, I don't think. So you definitely want to have a little hiking experience under your belt. Whew. Yeah, like just walking through this stuff does wind me. And here's that other, that's where the other hole goes. Like I said, looks like there's an old corrugated iron corrugated roof on it. Go up here, and now I'll probably have to break this video down into 2 or 3 parts because we don't want the videos to be too long. There was another fella I saw that filmed this area up here, and that's what actually got me most interested in it. And see, there's another one of those shanties down there, and he had to break his up into 2 or 3 parts. There's another building foundation. I'm gonna go back down into the valley part because I know that that's where there's more. Oh, there's something big concrete over there too. So we're gonna take this lower trail here. Gonna go back down that, and we're gonna follow it to the structure I see over there. That might be the other building, the twin sister of this building here that we just explored. Yeah, and something was right there. I'm gonna have to go look down that hole. I don't know how bad the camera's gonna bounce with me walking, but I can always edit it out. Whatever. All right, like I said, all these briars and roses, just watch your legs. You probably should wear pants. Me, like an idiot, I'm wearing shorts, so not the brightest thing to do, but yeah, see, you can see that I'm up into the deep gullies and things like that, so it is kind of rough in here. Now see, here's some of that briar I was talking about. If you just pluck off these little branches here, you can just eat the tendrils, thorns and all. Nice little snacking. Like I said, they remind me most of asparagus, and I don't know, it just gives me a little thrill to be able to eat the thorns and everything because they're so soft and tender that it's like, and they're really tasty. Yeah, this looks like it was some kind of little furnace or something too. There's a hole there. Looks like a furnace. Maybe this was what I thought was a coke oven, because I've been up and down some of these hills, so. But we're definitely going to come over here and see what this other structure is that I saw over here. Like I said, it could be that sister one. Now, I'm also, like I said, an active forager. I have several foraging books. I've got several years' experience under my belt. I only eat off the trail what I'm sure of, so I don't mess with anything I cannot positively identify. And when it comes to mushrooms, which I think it's a bit too dry for them right now, but there are only like 5 different species that I ever actively forage. I mean, even though there's a lot more, there's chanterelles and morels, giant puffballs, chicken of the woods, and pheasant back. So those are the main 5 that I actually forage for. Now here's I guess another little structure, probably another one of those little furnaces. Yep, I can see the hole there. And here's one of those little iron shanties. And there's all kinds of little, like there's a brick, looks like a smoke, like a chimney or part of a chimney or something that broke down and fell. And whoa, a little muddy spot there. There's all kinds of trails riddled in through here, up and down, so it's really going to take a while to explore all of them because it's like a honeycomb of trails up here. And yeah, this is definitely the sister one to that other one we just checked out. This is the one that I knew about because I remember this trail. And it's got the same thing. Here's the upper storage area with the hole, like I said, in the middle, just like the other building. So it's pretty much identical. in form and structure, although this one has stairs going down. And here's again, same structure, just a different location. This one has a nice big window here. And the two, I think these are poplar trees. Let me look up, and yeah, these are poplar trees, I'm pretty sure. But they kind of made a new doorway. And if you look at this one, it's kind of interesting how it flared around the concrete. It kind of like the tree has wings. I thought that was always kind of interesting, the way it did that. Nature just never ceases to amaze me. It's just so amazing. Okay, yeah, see, here's another part of a brick chimney or something. And here's, like I said, that other, I think it must have been some kind of foundry or something like that. I really don't know. But I'm from the West Coast originally. I mean, I was born in, Ohio. This is where my roots are here. My family's from here, but in Pennsylvania. But I grew up in California on the West Coast, so I don't really know a lot about the history of, the iron industry, the steel industry, and all that. So as you can see, all these little trees, like I said, once these leaves all fill out, it's hard seeing through it right now. So you can just imagine that when these get all bushed out, then it's going to be almost impossible to see through it. So we're going to go down to the pond and the smokestack. Oh, and look, club moss everywhere. I love club moss. It's cool. So once I get down there, then I'll turn it back on again.